So let's first go into how this is actually happening and why this happens, right? So when you actually pull out of your report and you look at your last 30 days of sales of your, Jeter pre-rolls, whatever it is, and you're seeing, okay, here are the five strains that I sold, and I sold, 2 units a day of the Blue Dream. I sold 2 units a day of the Northern Lights. I sold 2 units a day of the Gelato, and I sold 2 units a day of the Pineapple Express. You may assume from that, okay, I'm going to add them all up, and that would give me 8 units a day. And then I need 30 days of supply. So I'm going to take 8 units, I'm going to multiply it times 30, and I'm going to get 240. But in reality, what's happening over the last 30 days, last, 4 weeks, is you had the Blue Dream in stock in the front of house, and that sold 2 units a day through week two. And then you had the Northern Lights in stock. And maybe in the beginning it didn't sell too much on a per day basis, but then it really shot up as you got low on the Blue Dream. And then you went back to the back of house and you brought in something else because you're like, oh man, I ran out of the Blue Dream. I got to put something else on the front of the house. And then you put on the gelato and the same thing happens, right? The gelato starts selling slowly and then ramps up to 2 units a day while you run out of the Northern Lights. And then you actually have the Pineapple Express. So on net, overall, throughout the entire Jeter 1 gram pre-roll, for example, you've only ever sold 2 units a day. But if you look at it on the strain basis and you add it up, you're going to order 4 times as much as you actually need. And the reality is, and we call this SKU cannibalization. The reality is that as consumers are coming in and they're looking for the Jeter 1 gram infused pre-rolls, and they're seeing the only thing you have available are the Blue Dream and the Northern Lights, or the Northern Lights and Gelato, or Gelato and Pineapple Express, they're going with what's available. But it doesn't mean that if you had all four on the shelf at the same time, you would sell 4 times the rate, right?